Blackstone presents The Peyton Place Murder, the true crime story behind the novel that shocked the nation, by Renee Mallett. This book is read by Mia Gaskin. This book is for Robin, who gave me a place of respite when I didn't know I needed it the most, and because she always makes me laugh. Introduction. It's an odd book to come from the typewriter of a plump, 32-year-old mother of 3 children, but Mrs. Metalious is no ordinary housewife. Hal Boyle, August 29, 1956. The first time I ever visited the grave of Peyton Place author Grace Metalious, it was to take pictures for my book, Wicked, New Hampshire, 2020, The History Press. The book was a look at all of the more scandalous bits of the Granite State's history, the odd, the quirky, and the little bit criminal. Tucked into a chapter all its own, between centuries-old murders and the like, was a brief recount of the wild life and times of Peyton Place author Grace Metalious. Her uniquely New Hampshire upbringing, and certainly her eyebrow-raising best-selling book, seemed like a perfect addition to my own book. It had been repeated often in news articles and websites that before she died, Grace Metalious had used some of that Peyton Place payout to buy her own plot in the Smith Meeting House Cemetery in Gilmanton, New Hampshire. To be more precise, the story said that Grace had bought herself a plot and that she had then bought all of the plots around it so she wouldn't end up, in death, crowded by the neighbors who detested her in life. Another popular tale told about her gravesite was that readers left coins on her simple headstone as a mark of respect for the author. I didn't expect either of these things to be true. Wicked, New Hampshire was far from my first book. I have spent a good chunk of my adult life chronicling the local legends, lore, and ghost stories of the New England states. It's an offbeat but agreeable kind of work, but it leaves a girl more than just a little jaded. I had also heard that after she got rich writing, Grace would scandalize the town by roaming around wearing a fur coat with nothing on underneath. Just as the let-them-eat-cake anecdote had been used against several women in the French nobility before becoming interminably attached to Marie Antoinette, the scandalous naked women in a fancy coat story has been told about several different New Hampshire women. It was just oddly specific enough that you knew it couldn't be true about all of them. The state just wasn't big enough or populated enough to justify these mobs of hypersexualized nouveau riche. In my
Sample complete. Ready to continue?